Plenty goal coming in from Germany has linked Sadio Mane to Manchester United, and he has gone ahead to really let us know that he might be one of the destinations that Sadio Mane might be looking to go on and really play for next season. Welcome to United Matters channel, strictly Manchester United, 100% United news. We are here to discuss a little bit of how the process of the United takeover is just a joke. It's just a joke. With what the Qataris did, it just showed us that the Rain Group are just put there as a clone, and they are just being used by the Glazers, and the Glazers are the final decision makers on who is going to become the next owner of the club of Manchester United. With Rob Dawson confirming to us what number of signings does Eric Ten Hag want to be included, all added to his side in the summer. Rock and David is my name. Last video of the day. Some of you are really going to bed, others are awake, others you are going to say prayers, but never say never. Continue to do what you're supposed to do and see Lord give you the best that you deserve. Sadio Mane left Liverpool last summer to Bayern Munich, but he has had a hell of a time at Bayern Munich under Nagelsmann, the man that really brought him in. And now it's Thomas Tuchel, the manager of Bayern Munich, and it looks like it's not becoming any easy for him to get into the starting 11 of Bayern Munich. And these managers are really picking players on merit, and because of the problems surrounding him and Bayern Munich, remember, he even punched Leroy Sane. He was suspended for like 2-3 days, and his weekly salary was really taken off of close to £300,000 a week. He looks like he needs to find his ground, whether at Bayern Munich or not next season, because by the time he left Liverpool, he was really one of the best players and forwards in the world. Now, Plenty Goal has tweeted and told us that Man United or Newcastle are the mostly likely destinations for Sadio Mane this summer. Now, Plenty Goal story has raised lots of dust. Even Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and really put out a tweet about this. But let's first talk about Sadio Mane to Manchester United. If you are asked the positions that Sadio Mane plays, I think he can play as a right attacking midfielder, he can play as a false number 9, he can play as a left attacking midfielder. But amongst all those players, is there any position that Ten Hag is in need of a player? Yeah, we understand that Ten Hag is interested in signing what we call a center forward, but Sadio Mane is not a center forward. That's it. So I think it's a story that the agent of Sadio Mane is putting out into the mix to cause a lot of discussions about him, but I don't find it really realistic according to me. And that's why Fabrizio Romano phoned himself up and went ahead and really put up this tweet that understand Sadio Mane still wants to stay at Bayern Munich next season. Man and his agents, Roof, have no plans to leave the club. Mane seed the project at Bayern Munich. He has a great relationship with Tuchel and hopes to stay and win titles next season. That is Fabrizio Romano for you. And when you look at the situation in which Bayern Munich has always been in this entire season, you can give Mane a second chance. You can give Mane a second chance because the problem was not his. The problem was injuries. Injuries were the reason as to why Sadio Mane found himself in a position of not coming to duty or race. He got an injury towards the World Cup and he saw him be out for like 3 months. Even when they are playing against Man City in the quarterfinals, he was not yet much fit, and that's Sadio Mane for you. And him coming to Manchester United is one of those things that I see that is really hard to really give green light, because he's not into that bracket of positions that Eric Ten Hag is really need. Ten Hag needs a central midfielder. He needs a right-footed centre-back and a centre-forward. Those are the 3 players that maybe Ten Hag can really look on. When you look at the left attacking centre midfield, we are really loaded with the likes of Rashford, Garnacho, Sancho. Anton Martial also plays better that side. The right attacking side of the midfield, we are having Anthony, who has proven to us that he can become a better player. and even Amad Diallo is returning from his loan spell that he had at Sunderland that ended yesterday when they are knocked out from the playoffs by Luton Town yesterday, 2-0, and he never even scored. But he ends his season with 14 goals. That is Amad Diallo. So there is no space for Sadio Mane, according to me, and I think the story being traded around by Playtigoal, a person that I really trust. Maybe there might be some bit of interest or indicator that he might go to Newcastle, because if Newcastle qualifies for the Champions League, you might see him go in for players like Sadio Mane, and Newcastle might be having 300 million pounds on its disposal or on its disposal to spend. So they might go in for players like Sadio Mane and very, very, very many others. But I don't see a player who was deeply rooted into Liverpool coming in and playing for Manchester United. I don't see a player like Sadio Mane do that, because he knows what it means. The rivalry of United and Liverpool is the biggest rivalry in English football. Let no one lie to you. So I think he would rather go to Chelsea, Newcastle, maybe any other team other than coming in and playing in for Manchester United. That's what really is running in my mind as far as Sadio Mane's future is concerned. But I understand there are concerns at Bayern Munich that he wants to leave, and we wait and see how the season goes on for Sadio Mane. And after that, Rob Dawson has thrown in something coming in from the board of Manchester United concerning which players Erik ten Hag wants to sign. He has confirmed to us that there is a feeling within the recruitment department that Manchester United squad needs to be tweaked with 2 or 3 arrivals in key positions, although there is an acceptance Ten Hag will want more. Now, obviously, we all know the 3 players and 3 positions that Ten Hag would love to reinforce. First and foremost, it's all about the centre forward. Ten Hag has come out and really made the signing of a centre forward the priority signing of the club of Manchester United. That's it. It's something that he has been vocal about, that he wants a world-class centre forward leading his line next season to compete with Anthony Martial. Then, a central midfielder who can play as a CDM and play the double pivot is another one that Erik ten Hag is in need of, and he has also been sounding a lot about it. And lastly, he wants to sign a right-sided centre-back. That's why stories concerning Kim Min-jae have all been all over the park the recent 5 days that United has already gone ahead to present to him a financial proposal and has gone ahead to really accept it. But after those players, he would love to get more. There are positions that Ten Hag feel like he needs to reinforce as he heads into a season where he believes that he can take on teams like City. After getting in those 3 players, Ten Hag might want a goalkeeper to come in and compete with David De Gea. That's it. Ten Hag might be sold onto a thought of getting in another which other player will he be needing? Another midfielder? It depends on the outlet in the outgoings, because if you let Scott McTominay go, and who else? Scott McTominay go from the midfield, maybe Donny van de Beek to go. I think Fred will stay. That will call in for another midfielder. He might be interested in 2 midfielders, 1 right centre back, a centre forward, and a goalkeeper. And then he will prepare for his season. I think that's what he will be all interested in. That is Erik ten Hag. So let's wait and see what is going to happen between Erik ten Hag and the board, and on which decisions they are going to make, on which players they are moving on, and those they are really signing in and getting in by the club of Manchester United. Now, there is a story being reported by Laurie Whitwell here that I want to sum up with to show you how these Glazers are so much disrespectful. Now, Laurie Whitwell has told us that Sheikh Jassim Al Thani's team went direct to Glazers to lodge fourth improved bid. Have you heard? Rain bypassed after tensions between parties. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been confident on a deal, but some believe his offer is a means of squeezing more money from the Qataris. Now, Laurie Whitwell, correspondent of United for the Athletic. Now, this is gonna hate to really shock me and show me how the Glazers have taken over the entire process, because Sheikh Jassim Al Thani was talking to the Glazers before even the first bid was really launched. But after these bids went in through, looked like the Rain Group couldn't come out to give him the response he really deserved. And guess what happened? They decided to go past the Rain Group and obviously talk to the Glazers directly. And it shows you that the Rain Group is there as a shadow. That's it. Because everything is supposed to be decided by the Glazers. And it shows you how weird this deal is really getting, because it's all about the Glazers to make a decision on who is going to be the next owner. And that's why Qataris went ahead to really skip the Rain Group, because the previous three bids they've been making have been going through Rain Group. This time around, they made the bid through the Glazers. Now, what does this mean? Does it mean that the Qataris are really convinced that this bid is going to be accepted by the Glazers? I don't have a right answer to that. But I understand the moment they went to the Qataris, the moment they went through the Glazers directly, it might be one of those bids that the Glazers will find juicy. And all this happened after Avram Glazer met the father of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani in Mayfair. So let's wait and see how that is going to pan out. But it shows you how weird these Glazers are. They're all minding about milking all the required amount of money from this deal, other than coming out and obviously doing the needful to get the club to the levels. Now, Jacobs Ben has told us that he understands all six Glazers remain determined sellers. Qatar's latest offer is currently being assessed. Rain Group are still controlling next steps, even though the 9-2 Foundation held direct talks with the Glazers via phone. Rain Group still firmly part of the major conversations. Now, I think even if the Rain Group is part of the main discussions, it's the Glazers to decide, And we've been told that the Rain Group is frustrated onto how this process has been lagged on by the Glazers, and they think they would have gone ahead to accept the money coming in from the Qataris and make a decision finally. So let's wait and see how that is going to be really rectified by the Glazers in here onto the United Matters channel. And I'm calling in for your reaction to Sadio Mane to Manchester United. Huge question marks. Then 3 players that Ten Hag is in need of signing. Who do you think he should bring in and who do you think he shouldn't bring in? Then the 4th bid of the Qataris being assessed by the Rain Group and the Glazers. And maybe by the end of this month, we might know who the real owner of the club of Manchester United is. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you later. Good morning.